we think as a beauty in general. So around those, there'll be a lot of different discussions and stuff like that. Because over here, again, uh, again, what I feel like, people here, especially in this part of the place, beauty is always resembling to look only. About how they wear clothes and stuff, but there's also a lot of inner beauty also.
Definitely.
Hi, this is Abdul Karim Ahmed, also known as AKA from the Intense Show. Today we have a very amazing guest all the way from Dubai. His name is Mr. Anas, and we'll be having some interesting conversation. He has a very intense and a diverse background experience from all the way from FMCG to all the way from luxury brands. So today would be a very interesting day. So stay, look forward for it. Thank you. To welcome you to the Intense Show.
Thank you. It's
I know
my
you
pleasure.
flew all the way from Dubai.
Yeah.
And interestingly, you are one of this person, which I have met. You have such an amazing kind of diverse experience, education, and it's very interesting to find that kind of person. Before I could basically tell something about yourself, I would like you to a little bit tell about yourself to our audience.
Actually, what I can say that you are right. My education, also my experience was always horizontal. It was never vertical. So in the sense that I didn't do one thing and continue till the end. I was always doing something different in each stage from my education to my experience. Like in education, I studied natural science.
Right.
Which is totally scientific. Then I moved to applied management on, let us say, scientific projects.
True.
After finishing this stage, when I started working, I didn't work in science. I worked directly in business. I was into business development in FMCG company, which is food company, Halwani Brothers. Then I moved to marketing in the same company. Then from marketing, I moved to business development, which is sales and marketing. And from in FMCG also, but in more cosmetic and personal care.
Interesting.
Yeah. Then later on, I moved to luxury, working with Rasasi in perfumes.
Very nice.
This is what happened. Yeah. That's it.
I think that's what I see. That's what definitely people who may not know. It's like, okay, you are right now the the distribution manager, I would say, for one of the biggest retailer out there, Prasasi, and you happen to interact with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
As one of your position is kind of a very unique position whereby you happen to interact, I would say, among the whole world actually.
Yes.
All the way from Iraq to Azerbaijan, and then other countries in the world over there. And you happen to meet different people, different structure like that over there. So one thing is really fascinating is that how do you balance people when you talk to them, so what is one thing, like every person has different mentality. So if you can share something about that part.
I think I was lucky because I'm from Syria, which is Levant country. We have a big, very beautiful mosaic there. We are not all similar in Syria, different people. And then I even in my family, we are not all from Syria. My grandmother from Lebanon. So when we were kids, we used to travel to Lebanon. I meet Lebanese people. Definitely we are all Arab, but there are differences because you are crossing borders. There are different thinking from country to country. So I was little habitual to this. Then I was more lucky when I studied. I was studying, my university was in different city. And then when I continued my master's, I traveled to another country. So I met a lot of people. Even my working was in different countries. From the very early beginning, I was like meeting different people and facing different thoughts and different ideas than mine.
Interesting.
So now in my work on a bigger scale, because it's now worldwide, we are managing distributors from worldwide, me and my colleague, Mr. Nadeem. So it's not very tough to deal with different people. You need to first listen. You need to talk to understand.
True.
These people are coming from where, how they think, how they define things. Then you have to speak their language, not the language. The way they are thinking, you have to adapt yourself. So there will be a ground to talk together and to do things together, to be able to do business deals together.
True,
If
true.
you are not understanding what they are trying to tell you, what are their problems, what are their challenges, the way they are explaining it, you will not be able to fulfill their requirements and do business with them.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So yeah, it's again,
I
you know,
hope so.
again, I think it's very, you're in a very unique position whereby you have exposure to the, I would say, the psychological element of the people around the world over there. So I think that brings up to a very interesting now conversation with us over here. Again, you know, our show over here, the Intense Show, it's more about focus about the beauty part, right? And beauty is a very, very broad term whereby it could be understood in a very different aspect, different structure. But how would you, when you heard the word beauty, right? Beauty itself, how would you define that? How would you define it on a personal level? How would you define that? And then we will discuss more about that. So what do you define beauty as?
Beauty is, you can think whatever is something is beautiful in your life. So you will start to learn about beauty since you are a very young child. The first beauty in the life of anyone is his mother,
That's
his
true.
father,
True.
his house.
True.
Then once he starts to go to the school, his friends, his city, the area where he is living, the places where he is going and spending his time with friends or with family. This is the beauty. So we can say beauty is people, beauty is place, beauty is nature. Then when on later stage you are going to university, you start meeting other people, girls, then beauty will be defined by girls definitely. And then once it's defined by girls, girls has different concept of beauty, which is using the cosmetics and toiletry stuff to make them
More beautiful. More beautiful.
Yeah, so beauty is very wide and very vast, but we can say that beauty is in nature, in people, in your life. This is what is beauty.
It's very interesting because, you know, often in this part of the place, you know, when you talk about the word beauty itself, many people just get fixated with the word beautiful, just resembling how they apparently look, you know, just by what they wear, what they look like, what they feel like. And of course, you know, the whole part about the cosmetic basically comes into the equation. But the way you defined is that, you know, beauty is like defined anywhere. It's like, you know, and the very interesting about, you mentioned about the beauty is starts from the mother itself. You know, that's where the whole journey starts. And then as you keep on growing further,
and things change with you.
Then things just keeps on changing over there.
Actually, I think we are trying to find beauty in our life, in anything in our life, so we can continue. So beauty is not something that we see only. It's also what we feel in our life. If we are comfortable in our life, we are happy in the place we are, this is part of the beauty.
So it's tangible and intangible. The beauty, the way I see is that over there.
Yeah, I'll give you one example. Why people are interested to go out in the desert and spend one night or one day in the desert?
Yeah.
Because there is a beauty in the desert.
True.
Why people are interested to go to the forest?
Hiking. Yeah, they
Because
go for
there is
hiking for
beauty.
days and stuff like that over there.
There is beauty there. So this is in nature. Why when you see one beautiful girl you are interested to go and speak to her? Because there is beauty in her. Not
Very
only
true.
physically, maybe a friend with whom you are always comfortable to talk and explain things and speak about yourself. There is a beauty in the relationship. So
True,
beauty
true.
is not only physical.
True.
It's in all aspects of our life.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. So how? So when? So now, you know, I think you have been visiting United States. You know, for a couple of times you visited now, and you have interacted with a lot of different people here. And what do you feel like? Okay, what do you feel like with respect to how do people perceive beauty in this part of the place? Compared to, of course, you know, you already defined how does the beauty word and, you know, is back there and how you see that. So do you feel like the word beauty is seen here in the same manner?
I cannot say that I could make a big difference. People definitely, the life is different here. It is totally different here from there. And before coming here today, actually, I was sitting in the hotel in the lobby. I was working there, and people were sitting behind me and this is interesting. They were one lady was on the phone, and she was telling the other guy on the other side of the phone that we came back to the lobby because we want to sit and talk.
Okay.
So I think sitting together, talking together, this is also something beautiful for people here. Maybe it's I don't know if it's part of, okay, gathering is always part of something beautiful in your life. You want to gather with people, but the way she told, I never felt this before at home. So maybe this is one difference. Also, there's another thing. Maybe there I find that these days, because maybe of social media, people are looking to physical beauty in the East more. This is my feeling.
That's a very interesting
more
conversation
than here,
now.
because whenever I'm going out here, I'm going to the in transportation or coming here or going to the hotel, I don't feel that people are taking too much care of their physical. They don't put too much makeup, or they don't like try to wear very nice. Everything is natural and normal. So maybe this is also a difference. I hope I'm not. It's. I find a lot of beauty here in being natural. Actually, here.
So what I'm hearing is that even though you are associated with one of the luxury brands and stuff like that, but what I'm hearing is that it's beautiful just to be natural.
Yeah.
You know, so now that comes this conversation gets very interesting, because now I don't want to go into that conversation, but yeah, I will bring that topic here. Being natural, there are two ways. One, you can physically look and feel, and being natural as a person also.
Yeah.
So that is a big challenge, I would say, around the world, I would say, whereby, especially with the social media, where unfortunately in this day and age you have two split personalities now. So one is a social media guy, one is a behind the scene person. And that just kind of, creates a lot of confusion, I would say.
Confusion and pressure.
Pressure, yes, because they have to meet a certain standard.
Definitely.
In order to look something certain manner, stuff like that.
Yes, and this is degrading the beauty.
This is degrading the beauty, yes. So this is degrading the actual beauty, because now
you are being to be able to meet these standards, you are being fake.
Yeah, and unfortunately people like that.
I was when I was traveling from New Jersey to New York by train. Okay. And there was, I think, one lady, she was like sitting in front of me, and she was like opening the TikTok, I think, and looking, she was trying to make a video. She was acting and smiling, and then once she switched the bottom, she became normal immediately. So this is very fake, huh? It was very fake.
Yes.
We will cut this, huh?
No. It's very interesting though. Yeah, that's what
very
it is.
fake. I was like, what is happening? Why?
No. Yeah, because of course you're interacting with something which is completely fake, and your emotions are driven based on that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately that's part of that. That's part of what we live into it, and I think it's become really hard, if really becoming hard for adults like us, and also for children, to maintain and segregate ourselves as to, okay, this is our line and we shouldn't be crossing over there. And it's become a huge challenge. It's complete different. I think we can have a complete separate podcast altogether, how social media is damaging the natural beauty of an individual by its own self, who they are. So it's a different discussion altogether. So now getting back into the interesting point over here, luxury. How do you define luxury as? Beauty is definitely part of a luxury. Luxury also comes in it's more hand to hand. Now we're talking about the luxury industry, luxury fragrance, cosmetics and stuff like that. Did you have been a part of it?
Yeah, this is interesting. We are in a place, perfume. Let us speak about perfume. When we say luxury about perfume, we immediately think about the price, quality and price. And what the people in Dubai or in the East, or these new companies, not new, but these companies which is there since 40, 45, and Rasasi is market leader. They are there since 40 or 40 years, 45 years. They created a new concept of luxury, which is being high in quality and affordable in price. This is what the French companies couldn't do till Dubai Fragrances came and created this market. Everybody now has access to a high quality fragrance on a very affordable price. Like, you know, in our case, we have products for all segments, for the low income, mid income, high income. I still remember, I hope I'm not wrong, that on an average, when I was young, on an average, any good fragrance will cost you $100. Made in France.
Right. Yes.
Made in France.
That's correct.
Now it's totally different. You can buy for $20 or $30 a very good fragrance with higher quality.
Yes.
Made in Dubai.
Yeah, yeah.
Could be made from Rasasi or any other competitor, but mainly Rasasi. Yeah. So this is what I want to say, that luxury always is something expensive that I should be able to afford, or I have to take loan to or like I be in tight situation to buy. But no, luxury is not like that no more. If we are speaking in perfume.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But why is it that for a longest period of time, why these French companies were not able to reduce the prices, or they just maintain that kind of a price element so that they can cater to specific audiences? What was the reason behind it?
Maybe it's honestly, I don't have a proper answer. I don't want to say something that maybe this was the target behind the business, that we want to supply to a defined target audience, or this is from a marketing perspective that our price should be, or our product should be only for mid and high class. It could be, but they themselves created a big gap, because everybody would like to smell nice. Everybody would like to wear a fragrance where it's, and don't forget that fragrance is connected to the memory, to the emotions. So everybody want to live this and wear something. And these companies from France, they created a big gap which was filled by the clever people in Dubai, these new companies, and
they took advantage of it. Huh?
And this,
they took advantage of it
big time. And now you know what is the trend. It's,
right.
It became now trend. By the way, Dubai companies are there since 45 years, and most of them, they started with French fragrances. Like the smell was more flowery and less oriental, or there was no oriental. But the gap which was created by the French companies was taken over by the Arab perfume manufacturer in Dubai. And then they created a trend now, which is the modern oriental, where Rasasi is the king.
Right.
Modern oriental fragrances, it's becoming a trend worldwide, and specifically in US and in South America and Canada also. So this is what happened basically.
Interesting. You know, a few days back you said a very interesting thing about how do you perceive perfume as, like the perfume. And I don't know, I'm just trying to understand like what kind of statement was that, if you can repeat that, like it was a part of a personality or something. If you can just share with us again.
You have to remind me.
No, you said, okay, you have to be very, because perfume is, I think the way you mentioned, okay, perfume is something which becomes your part of a personality, and then other people remember you based on that.
Yes.
Something along those lines you mentioned.
Yes,
it was very interesting you mentioned that.
Actually, yeah. When we speak about memories.
Memories, yes.
Because let me say, we were talking about maybe, I can say a name of fragrance.
Yeah.
We were talking about Eau Sauvage, that this is my preferred all the time. And why it's my preferred all the time? Because during a period of time, I used to smell my father wearing it. So for me, this is a big memory that I don't like to, because I lost my father like 29 years back, yeah. So I always would like to remember him. So I always wear this fragrance, or try to have it always in my collection. So it's part of your memory. It's part of the things that you don't want to forget. This is why you always try to keep bringing the same fragrance. Even if you, from time to time, to change, or most of the time you try to follow the trend, but you will keep something which is very precious in your collection.
And when you wear that, you just go back in the
Very
time.
happy. You will feel very happy because it takes you to the nice time. Look, during the bad time, any fragrance you smell, you will not buy it. Very simple. But in the good times, any fragrance you will smell it, you will keep bringing it.
100%.
There is one plant, and this plant give in the night a very strong smell. It can spread in the whole square where you are living. We call it عطر الليل, the scent of the night. And for me, whenever, like I told you the story when I was in New Jersey, I preferred to go from the station to the hotel walking.
Right.
One of the reasons pushed me to do it, and it was like half an hour. One of the reasons in the night. One of the reasons pushed me to do it. Like once I stepped out of the station, I smelled this fragrance. So I said, I don't want to go direct. Let me enjoy. And I was walking and smelling this herbs and beautiful scent.
Interesting.
During 30 minutes, I was enjoying. This is good memories. Yeah.
No, that's. I think this is again, different people, different background. They all defined how the beauty is, how luxury is. The good part over here is that now luxury is also affordable for
Yes.
many of the people in this part of so that we are not only fixated to buy expensive fragrances, but any person can basically afford that luxury. They can smell good and stuff like that. So now let's talk about Rasasi. Why Rasasi? As far as I know, because we have been as an Intense Oud, we have worked with Rasasi for almost like 5 to 6 years. And there are many fragrance companies out there in Dubai. But why Rasasi has always, be prominent or be, I would say, the first runner-up, first in when it comes to Oriental, with respect to the bottles, with respect to the fragrance. What is it that the Rasasi is doing to maintain that legacy of Oriental and being still in the top number one out there?
Because
fragrances?
there is no question to jeopardize on quality. This is the first.
Interesting.
The first thing. Second, the Rasasi, the R&D is strong, very strong in Rasasi, and our products are all original.
Right.
Like, this is our version of fragrance. It's not like going and copying something in the market. So this is why I think Rasasi is still there and on the top of the this business in GCC. Or
Because there are many brands out there, they do a lot of different, and that's what really kind of, sometimes I personally get a little bit more upset of the fact why Rasasi is not coming up with new fragrances. Maybe they are coming up with 5 to 10 fragrances in a year, but they do have the capacity to come with more fragrances. But again, it comes back to your question, is that, okay, they really focus on the quality side.
Yes.
They really focus on quality, the R&D. If they are working on something, if they are launching, so it has to be good.
To give the consumer something that he deserves as a loyal consumer for Rasasi. So this is what it is, focusing on the quality, even few products in a year, few new products in a year with a good quality, being sure that it will be accepted by our consumers for a long time, better than throwing one product in the market for 1 year, 2 years, and then it vanish.
True. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, very, very interesting. I think this was a very interesting conversation. And what do you think I think we will kind of, end up, with some of the aspects over here. So what do you think the future of Arabian fragrances looks like in the United States specifically?
Let us say that already the print was made. I'm really happy and amazed to see that people of USA, they are wearing our fragrances. It's not only the expat. So people who are living there, in majority, all people are trying. They are interested in the East. They are interested in the fragrance coming from the East. So I think this will continue for a good period of time.
And what would you like to give some advice or suggestion to the people of America who have not experienced, fragrance from the East yet? What would you suggest? Any specific steps, and especially any specific fragrance from Rasasi?
From Rasasi, all our fragrances, it's wide. And
But any specific fragrance which you will tell, this is the go-to fragrance for men or the go-to fragrance for women from Rasasi?
personally, I like Shuhra.
Okay.
I like Shuhra for men. This is one. Second, there is one new unisex range.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4 fragrances, 200 ml, all of them. We call them the Grande big, because it's 200 ml. Beautiful fragrance. One of them is, we call it Oud al-Huyam. It deserves to be tried. Second is Ward Noir, beautiful fragrance. Actually, I suggest that they go to Intense Oud website, our page, yes, and they check and they start reading.
Mm-hmm.
They read what is there. They can put Rasasi, and then all our products will come. They can start reading, and each product will show what is there as notes, I think.
Yeah.
So they can pick their preference and try. I'm sure majority of our products fits with a lot of people. They will enjoy, and they will feel the East or the Orient
Makes sense.
came to them in a bottle of fragrance.
Very true, very true. So I think I would just like to end up by asking you. You have been a part of this Intense Oud for quite some time, and you also, we are part of Rasasi for quite some time. So what's the experience being like working with us, working with our team?
You are very efficient people. I'm proud to meet you, Abdul Karim. I'm proud to meet your team and happy to cooperate with you. You are really a very strong company. I feel always that we will do achievements together.
Great.
And this always make me happy. And I don't feel that this account, we have distributors all around the world. This account is one of the best, and we are always progressing with you. So good luck for Intense.
No, definitely. I think it has been an amazing journey with Rasasi. I think when we initially started with Rasasi, people were not aware about Orientals, and we were the first one to kind of introduce the people of West what Oriental feels and looks like. And since then, the journey for the past 5-6 years has been amazing. We have introduced a lot of different fragrances, different oils, bahurs, and they have been literally, I would say, for the sake of better word, addict, with the Oriental fragrances. So we definitely would like to continue the journey, definitely, and also, make sure that as we kind of progress further, one of the major objective is that, to bring the core beauty, I would say, the culture, the element, which is so precious and being kind of preserved and there in East for thousands and thousands of years into this part of the world over here. And now as we talked about in the beginning, beauty just not basically limits to basically talking about the fragrance, but it's a very broad aspect over there. How you interact, the gathering element, what we talked about, how you perceive your relationship. There's a beauty element in each and everything. And how we can bring here, kind of, collaborate, share. That will be an interesting journey for all of us over here. So thank you, Mr. Anas, for having
Thank you.
in our podcast. It was a pleasure for having you all the way from Dubai to Chicago and having this interesting conversation. Definitely would like to have more interesting conversation, down the road also.
Inshallah.
Thank you, audiences. It was a very interesting conversation which we had with Mr. Anas, and definitely stay tuned. We'll be getting some more interesting conversation with different key members and different people out there. Thank you.